All right, here we are, a special Sunday night edition of the Witching Hour. We tried to get this show booked for a month, and we finally got this date open. We could get everybody on at the same time and go live. So, as you know, I am bringing on that goat metal crew: Barry Tone, silent producer Rich, all fucking cool motherfuckers. I've been on their show before. So I wanted to bring them on my show. If you guys aren't familiar with them, let them come on and introduce themselves and to my crowd, and bunch of great guys, man. So let's bring on. First we got Barry, the Goat Master. What's going on, Barry? Then we
What's going
got
on, guys? How you doing?
doing well, sir. We got Tone Joker. Always up to sketchy tricks and such. We'll get into that later. And then we got the silent producer. You got to watch out for the quiet ones. They're the craziest. So just watch out. All
Great
right.
fact. Great fact. Great fact.
So what's going on, gentlemen? How are you doing this Sunday?
Doing good, real good.
Yeah.
Now, are
Yeah,
you guys
look forward to this today.
Yeah, me too, man. You know, I almost forgot because I was so busy today. I was doing a bunch of shit early in the day. Had to go to band practice, and then I was sitting there and I was looking. That's why I didn't respond to you because I was at band practice, Barry. And I was like,
Oh,
when I got home, I was like, "Ooh, all right, going to chill down, watch some Sunday night football." And Barry's all, "Hey, what time?" Motherfuck, that's right. I got the show tonight, dude. And I it just slipped my head because I was doing so many things today. So I'm, glad you sent that text. It got me, got my ass in order to get the show ready. But that's how it goes. Let's see who we got in the chat tonight.
All
We
right.
got Zach Attack. What's up,
All
hey,
right.
Zach?
Zach. What's up,
What's
man?
up, Zach?
We got Oscar. Oscar's
Yes.
always cool to see. We got Jake Holmes, the Texas base, the international base at this point. We got James. Everybody knows
James
James.
G.
James
That's
G.
right. One of
Salute.
our winners. There we go.
We got the Italian stallion,
Hey,
Megs. What's up? What's going
And Star
on?
Megan.
sends his love, Megan.
Hmm.
Wow, we got Rich in the chat and in the show. Look at that. That's double. That's fucking like double support. Oh, Lord of Annihilation, a barbaric war command. What's up, Bo?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in the chat. Hey, we got Bo. What's up, Bo?
Whoa.
Costco, Chaos Goat.
yes,
Sketchy one.
Part of the sketchy boys. We'll get into that in a while. Oh shit, we got fucking Lee. What's up, Lee?
Lee.
Warhammer.
Warhammer 666. Some of the best black metal going
This year.
out of out of Jersey by way of Australia. All right,
There
man.
you go.
Got a good little start here, a good little crew in the chat. So, all right, man. I how did or not how, but when did you guys decide like you were gonna go like do that goat metal show and like just do it like more actively? Like, well, what led to this decision?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, basically, it started with me. I was doing little stuff here and there. I mean, nothing. I was doing nothing really serious. I do a video here, a video there. It was like nothing crazy. I didn't even have a thing like I was getting subscribed. I think when I first decided to get serious on doing anything, I maybe had like 30 subscribers at the time or something like that, if anything. And that was during COVID. When COVID hit, that's when it became more of a thing where everybody was home just
Yeah.
doing videos, watching videos, doing stuff. You was home. I was home for work at one time for almost a week, 2 weeks, depending on what was going on. And then I started getting more into putting out content. And then all of a sudden, when I was doing stuff, then Rich came and he was giving me, ideas, and he was throwing little things to me. Hey Barry, why don't you try this? So that's where I nicknamed him the silent producer
Ah, okay. Wow.
because he
I
was
never
behind the
knew that.
scenes giving me ideas. And then I used to go onto a podcast and I labeled him the silent producer, and it just stuck from there. And so then at that point, Rich, kept giving me ideas. So then at some point, I contacted Rich, and he was throwing me videos. And I said, Rich, why don't you just be a part of the crew, be part of the show? You're a part of it. And we and that was it. I said, there's no, we're all even. Whatever you want to do, something, you do it. You don't need my permission. Go ahead. And then so it was me and Rich for a little while, and then a little bit later on, Tone started giving us some footage and getting us some weird, some weird sketchy characters like the Bronx Ripper coming into the show.
Mm.
So I said, Tone got some good connections. So I said, you know what? Let's let Tone be a part of the show too. And it just became a thing where, we said, fuck it. We just decided to make it a 3-piece, and it's, been like that ever since. We've been having a good time with it, man. It's just been going on. We've been meeting great people, and it's just a blast.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
You guys were like, I watched the Joe Alba episode, which was real good. And you guys been friends since high school, right? Or even maybe before that? Or how long, man?
Not before high school.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
So like
No,
middle
well,
school?
me-
elementary?
oh,
like
wait. Was
No, me and you. It was high school. It was high school
High-
because
yeah.
that's how me and Tone met. Me and Tone met through a mutual friend.
yeah, Willie.
Yeah, we met through a mutual friend, and me and this mutual friend went to high school together, and he introduced me to Tone. So that's how that transpired. I think I was about 15 years old when I met Tone, and from there
Nice.
we were friends ever since. Then eventually I met his satanic cousin Rich, and he went and just influenced me and took me to all these damn shows. So there you go.
And you guys started going to the metal shows and the hardcore shows to, yeah, because I remember like back in the 80s, we were just talking about this, the bills were pretty mixed. Is this like, hey, if you play fast, you can play together. That's how I kind of remember it being. So metal and hardcore shows were always happening and going on. So, sometimes you had straight up hardcore shows and you straight up metal shows, but then you would have the shows with the mixed bills too. And
Yeah.
for the most part, it was, never too crazy. I mean, you have some crazy shit happen, but never like, people getting murdered or something of that nature, just some fights or whatever. But gee. So, when did you all start hanging out at shows together? Same time when you all met? 15 sounds about right? You started hitting up shows and all that?
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty
because
much.
we were going to shows when you're gonna laugh when we were like 14, 15 we were going to shows at the Ritz. And then Bear joined in with us, and then he started going. I think what was the first show you went to with us? There was Megadeth.
Oh, it was the
Judas.
it was the Judas Priest, Megadeth, and Testament.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
shit,
that
nice.
was like our first like big arena show all together. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
but we were going to like smaller shows because they had like all ages matinees like on Sunday afternoons that you could go into, and just little local shows that our friends and the local scene was playing. But we were like tape trading with each other. Barry would bring thrash cassettes, Tone would have black metal cassettes, I have hardcore cassettes. So we go back and forth dubbing each other
Nice.
and getting into the scene and getting more exposed to these bands. And then we were like, let's go out and hang out. And we were winning tickets on the radio for free to shows, like on college radio.
Z-Rock.
Yeah, on Z-Rock.
Nice, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Z-Rock.
And we'd show up, and yeah, we were in our teens, but we would get in, and we had a really good time at these shows. We saw a lot of classic bands.
Yeah, you don't really have, like, back then, like, age enforcement for, like, movies and things like that was hardly enforced, man. You could be
Yeah.
14, 15, go see, R-rated movies. No one glanced an eye at that shit back then.
I used to go to Times Square to go to the movie theaters, and I was going in at 15, 16 to watch movies. And
Those
it was-
Times Square features back then?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It was
Hey, we got
fun to watch.
Francisco in here. What's up,
Francisco.
Francisco? What's going on, dude?
One quick thing I wanted to bring up. This is an old memory that we haven't spoken about in years, but Barry, Tone, and myself, when we were younger, we had part-time jobs, and we were foot messengers after school part-time, and we worked. The base of the messenger service was in Times Square. Stu, remember Jiminy Split?
Yeah.
And then,
Jimmy's
Oh,
Split,
okay.
yeah.
and we were there all in that area where they showed the 35mm films on Times Square, the after-hour bars and everything like that, kung fu flicks and weapons and stuff. So we were a part of that crazy New York era in the late 80s going into the 90s before it faded out.
So that's really
Yeah,
cool, man. And I remember, San Antonio ain't nothing like Times Squares, and but we used to get the kung fu features and all that, like the three movies in a row. You
Yeah.
get kung fu
Yeah.
movies. I used to love going to those. That's where I saw like Shogun Assassin, and I got introduced to all that, Lone Wolf and Cub stuff, and
Yeah.
just So it was funny, when what's the fucking rap group that based their whole fucking career on those kung fu movies?
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would when I. When I got the CD or whatever back then, I was like, "Oh shit!" It was kind of mind blowing seeing all that stuff being talked about. That was cool because I used to go to those too. The Bruce Lee. Do you remember one called "Kill or Be Killed," where they were put on the island with that crazy Nazi looking guy and his little fucking midget sidekick and all that?
Oh shit!
That
was
movie was
brilliant.
nuts, dude. Kill or be killed. Yeah, dude. No way we should have been there watching that stuff, but hell yeah, we were there, dude.
Yeah,
So,
was it the flying guillotine? Remember that one with the fucking thing that was spun around? And
oh yeah,
yeah.
And then they pull it, and the head would fly off.
yeah,
That
all
was
fakey as hell too on a fucking little string and all that.
We used to have a place called Liquidator in Manhattan that me and my cousin used to get all the VHSs of those kung fu movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really?
Yeah. And then we used to burn. We used to
Make copies, yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
We used to buy like 5. I think it was something like $25. You used to get five of them. And I used to buy 5, and he'd buy 5, and then we just double them back and forth.
Do you remember when they thought they got slick with the VHSs and they put the little magnetic strip on the top of the and you had and you had to pull it off
Just,
so you could dub a copy of it. Yeah, man, they were always trying stuff like that. Now I think for Shogun Assassins, I had to record that on what did we have back then? Cinemax or something, Showtime or something. It came on late on a whatever, late night. And I stayed up with the old. We used to have the old school top loader VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
the old
yeah.
arcade ones.
Yeah, and they're noisy as hell. So when you had to be, you're trying to watch a dirty movie late at night, and it's all like, God damn, fucking it. You're like, forget it, because
Then you
your
gotta be careful
dad's
with the
gonna know
volume.
like what's going on over there, man. So anyway, I stayed up late, so I could get a copy of Shogun Assassins. That was like my only copy I had for the longest time. Was that VHS dub from whatever HBO or something late at night, because that's all you had right back then. You remember like MTV would show like the Ozzy concert or something. You had to be ready to record that shit when it aired.
Yeah.
That was it. You ain't gonna get it, So the Ozzy and was one of my most watched, and was Iron Maiden with Paul Di'Anno. The one they did too, dude. That was it. If you didn't get it then, that was too bad. Because they didn't show those two a lot back then. I think like maybe once or twice is all I ever caught them. So after that, you guys are doing the show. How do you feel the show's going? Now, like getting in a. I think it's pretty good. I think you guys do a lot of cool things. I think the weekly uploads, the gossip part and all that shit's all fun. And then, also the live, it looks like your live videos do real well, like from Maryland Metal Fest and all that. You guys are doing good, man. It's great to see this happening.
Yeah, that's on. That was Rich. Rich was the one who pretty much, again, the silent producer, given the idea of, Barry, man, we should just do the news every week. And I was like, okay. So I would get up like either Saturday, would get up in the morning. I would see me and Rich during the whole week. We would go back and forth with news or articles or whatever. We would go through them, what we're gonna put for the segment, and then I would get up and try to get everything together the best way I can.
Yeah,
and it would either be Saturday or Sunday, so it would be either or.
And it's good because it's not never too long or too short. It's just always feels like the right pace time. I think that's important for things like that. You don't want to lose the audience if it's too long on a subject or too boring. You guys have a good pacing on it. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, recently the some of the videos have been, me and Rich talked about it. They've been a little. I'm trying my best not to have them too long, but the thing is like there'd be so much news coming in,
Yeah.
and then it's like, so we want to try to put what we can and say what we want to say. To give the input on each thing. And of course, we can't leave out the Metal Bone Chinche because people in California get upset, right, Trevor?
Yeah.
Dude,
So
they're looking for notes. The take. Who are we gonna go after?
And
And
real
and
quick,
also we. Oh yeah, go ahead, Tom.
they were asking about the Bronx Ripper.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen him in months.
He might have gone underground.
Yeah, he might have, with all this deportation, they're sending people that. I don't know that.
Him and Necrowolf might have hooked up. And
also
let's
they got together after watching Ed Gein. They reenacted the
yeah,
Ed Gein movie and shit.
or they started partying with these down at the club and
That's definitely up his alley.
oh, that's totally. Yeah, that's Necrowolf right there. He likes that. He's like,
But you know what they say when Halloween comes, the freaks come out at night. So you never know. They might make an appearance. Both.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Do a live with the Wolf and the Bronx Ripper. Wouldn't that be something? Now, Tone, we gotta. Speaking of people from California being offended by certain things. You recently attended a festival in the Midwest that's been apparently the topic of discussion with a lot of people. And you joined a new crew, or I should say, you actually created a new crew out there. We got y'all's promo pic, all right? So do you care to explain what the heck is going on here?
Well, see, what happened here is that all of us had to come together just in case things got out of hand.
Oh, okay. You had to have a crew for other crews.
Yeah. So we winded up what you call Goat put it all together. He said that he was texting all of us in the group chat. So I came up and said with the name, and then he finished completing the name, and we just kept it. It just kept on rolling with it for the whole festival.
Spirit World says they don't know he's Puerto Rican. I don't know.
I'm a lot of things, man.
You can't know you down on one, right? So, on a serious note, though, this fest or whatever, what was your impression of it? Let's. I want to hear it from someone who was actually there, not from someone who just read about it.
It was great because I got to meet guys that I've only seen in the chat. We all became good friends. We were having a great time. There was other people there doing the same thing. They were just having a good time and listening to what all the bands were playing. Of course, everybody was upset that we're talking about 30 bands canceled.
Yeah, well,
festival. And if it wasn't for Chaos Go, I wouldn't have been going because he called me the Wednesday before. I was telling my cousin, fuck this. I think I'm going to cancel after he told me 3 more bands had canceled. And he told me, listen, go. We'll make the best of it. Seriously, we're going to have a good time. And when he told me that, I said, all right, I'll go. And we went, and we had a great time.
Now, what were some of your highlights of some of the bands that played there?
Graveland, because that's I know people might think they how they feel about him sketchy or whatever. Having a band like that, me being a fan of Graveland for so many years, always hearing the rumors he's coming to the United States, it never comes through. You can ask them to the last minute. I didn't believe he was coming because they took like about 2-hour break before we even got to see him come on stage. People were ready to leave because they said this is bullshit. He lied to us. He's not here.
So there's no music or nothing going on for 2 hours.
2 hours. We were standing there. He didn't come on until 1:00 in the morning.
Damn. Wow.
And then he came on. Then everybody was like, "Wow, man, this is here.
This is happening.
This is happening." We only had like 1 or 2, what you want to call sketchies with an itching problem with their hand.
Yeah.
That was about it. Nobody got into fights. Nobody got into any kind of conversation with somebody saying anything about it.
So so this whole the way certain people like to describe it, it was like a sea of Elon salutes, and it's just more like a small group of people doing that type of stuff.
Listening to what we like to listen to.
Yeah,
that's all they were there for. Everybody. The things that I found, it was just nitpicking here. I think it was because we didn't even know half these bands were going to be. I understand the band's point of view. They didn't know if they're going to play or not. A lot of them didn't have their merch with them. So if you wanted to buy any kind of merch, you would buy merch from Hellsbanger or what one or two other guys that have merch on the table. But besides that, it was great. Oh, and the small room had no AC.
Really?
Yeah. Where you had the small
damn.
There was no AC at all.
So that was a hot
Friday, but Saturday got up to the high 80s. That Thursday was okay. It was Friday that was in the high 80s, and it was you couldn't.
Oh yeah.
Had to come out and walk around. But like I said, nobody got in. There was no fights outside. There was nobody arguing on it. Just the cops rolled in for a few on Friday before Graveland came on, and then they left.
Chaos Ghost says the cops pulled up for a medical emergency, and Tone said the cops were there to arrest Rob Darkin. Yeah, I think Rob got off okay.
Controversies already. See,
they janitors hit him. Yeah, it was great.
So, I mean, in the big picture, it was just like, I mean, other than the fact that you had some bands you never thought would come to the U.S., it was just pretty much your typical metal show.
Yeah, metal show. It wasn't nothing crazy, and like I said, it was nothing crazy. I mean, the people that are making big things out of it are the ones. If you see all those YouTube reports, those people that are making the big thing out of it were never at the show.
No,
they're just saying, "Oh, this, that," but none of them were at the show, so they can't. I don't know how they're reporting all this shit about this is happening and that. So
damn. Well, Kyle just did a super chat, so that's pretty awesome. Thanks, Kyle.
Nice.
We gotta drop something for Kyle for that super chat. Let's see here. It's Halloween. Let's do something Halloween theme with pumpkins.
And he's talking to whoever the guy was.
It's always Elvira time of the year, Halloween.
And
hit it one too many times. So thanks, Kyle. That's cool of you. Well, I mean, that's what I like to hear. I want to hear it from somebody who was actually there, not well, I heard my friend and from my friend, it was a bunch of, Nazi skinheads there, and they were all, taking over. And no, that's not what happened, man. That's
nope,
not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, and the one leading the biggest charge is that that freaking dude from Ripped to Shreds, after canceling on Master and all that bullshit and talking all this racial shit that he's doing in his videos. And getting more fame than he's ever gotten in the whole time that he's been with the band.
Well, I mean,
Good
luck with that type of fame, though, because it's very fleeting.
Yeah, so
you're not building any type of real fan base. I think with stuff like that where you need riffs and music to back that type up. And I can't say either way. I never heard the band. I'll be honest with everyone in the chat. I see a band that looks like that. I'm not going to listen to them. I can guarantee. I'm just like, no. I know I won't like this. And I mean that's that's how I am. How do you guys feel about do you see a band like that, or do you go, hey, this ain't my cup of tea, or will you still give it a chance to listen to?
No, I mean it's funny because when Rich first sent me the stuff and I started reading up on it and here I was like I got to hear like maybe one of their songs. It's look, I'm not saying it just because of how we feel about them now, it's freaking mediocre at best. All right,
Uh-huh.
at best. It's not like it's the greatest fucking death metal in the world. So, for you to then just go and do this whole thing, he did a whole video about the ancient history of what happened when the Chinese came here and the racism and this, that, and the other. Come on, man. I mean,
Bro, I mean,
I still can't believe this guy's in a death metal band. I can't
and
believe it.
it happened to the Irish. It happened to black people. It happens, to everyone. Don't feel special that you're the only person discriminated against. It happens to everyone. That's the history of the country. What are we gonna do? But what's that have to do with your band playing death metal?
Yep. There's a
Yeah.
thing.
Exactly.
Everybody depressed in some time in their life. Quick thing. I'm what you call in my side of the family. We're Puerto Ricans, but my grandma was pure Spaniard. My daughter has a small problem when it comes to that side because she remembers what the Spaniards did to the natives of Puerto Rico. Everybody in life has gone to some kind of period where somebody tried to dominate somebody else's race. But that has, that's down in history. We learn, we fix, and we move on. And some people just continue saying that, because they were depressed and stuff. Oh, we shouldn't go. Oh, we shouldn't do this. Oh, we shouldn't do that. I just don't see what's the logic behind all of that. You just learn from the mistakes and you move on.
I know. I mean, what are we just going to hang on? The things that happened 100 years ago, or are we going to, move on as people and say, yeah, that was fucking wrong. We don't we don't do that anymore. Or we should strive not to do that anymore and be like that, But
One of the things, Necron, is that in metal, right, there really are no rules, and we pick and choose what we want to listen to. So we might not agree with everybody's view in terms of like their lyrics or maybe their artwork or whatever message they're putting out.
Correct.
But if it's enjoyable to a particular audience, they should be able to enjoy it and just let it be. But there's this cancellation going on, and then the wrong bands are getting caught up in that crossfire of it when they
like Master really shouldn't have taken any type of bullets for this at all. Like what did they do wrong?
Yeah.
Like we were talking prior. Like they're just booking a tour.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, a fest on this date sounds cool. We know what schedule us in. We'll be there, and they move on. No one is sitting there like you nerds, and going into bands and their past members and who did they play with, or where did they play with. And bands setting up tours don't have time to do things like that. They're setting up tours, they're trying to get their guarantees, they're trying to make a living on the road. Like,
right,
obviously this dude has no clue that's how this works. I don't understand. I'm like, dude, they Master of all people, come on, that's just dumb. It just annoys me that this dude caused all these problems for Master and got them labeled with people as something they're not.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem, that people that don't understand will believe what that man says, and now they'll categorize Master with those other bands.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have you ever read Master's lyrics? They're not like that at all. No, they're more left leaning than I would. I thought, but whatever. But Megan putting down a hammer, $10 super chat.
All
Thanks,
right.
Meg. Let's play something for Megs. You know what?
All right.
This is gonna be our favorite buddy. He's coconut sometimes, but he's all right. Let's check him out.
Cheeseburgers don't attack you, do they?
Good old Paul. Cheeseburgers. Master Race is their actual name. Francis, how does this man have comedy in him after all the driving and playing he's done this weekend? Speak of the devil. Oh, yeah. It's a shame that people use that as a springboard to just do shitty things to other people. Hey, look, I told a guy, I was having a conversation about all this stuff, and I go, look, man, there's some bands I really like. I think they're awesome. but there's no way in hell I would want to hang around with them in real life because I know what type of, what they're about in their personal life. You know what I mean? I still like their bands, and I would go see them play, but I don't want to hang around with people because and that's how I think most people should be able to separate it like that. Like, hey, your band's cool. You sing about things maybe I don't agree with, but I still like the band itself. It's like total because how can I say it? Like, if you're gonna be like totally full of hateful, probably your music's gonna be ripping as hell.
Yeah.
And I like the stuff that's ripping as hell. It's just fucking, it's aggressive, it's visceral. But doesn't mean like all of a sudden you're like gonna goose step out your house and and go into the mall and be Mr. Maniac, saluting and all that crap. No, dude, just calm down, man. But anyway, let's move on. Now, did anybody bring anything for their show and tell?
I brought.
You brought?
Yes, I brought several things.
Yeah, I brought some stuff.
All right. Well, who wants to go first?
Well, I guess I'll go first.
All right, let's see what you got.
All right, so well, I wanted to go. Let me see. Let me do this first. Hold on. I kind of got myself a little mixed up. All right, we're dealing with some of our comic books, right? So I figured I'd bring out some stuff that would, as far as when we're talking about comics, one of the things that we always love when it came to Marvel, DC, or whatever comic you were reading, you always wanted to have your crossovers, okay? And yes. I felt like certain crossovers were worth doing, and if they were done right, they were done right. And to me, I'm going to show a couple, but this one right here is my favorite. And Tone knows this, and I'm sure Rich probably see me talk about it. To me, to this day, this came out in 1982, and to me, it's still hands down the best crossover comic ever. And that was right here, X-Men and Teen Titans. This right here is the story, the art, everything. This could be a movie. This is how good this crossover is. It is Darkseid went and picked up Dark Phoenix, resurrected Dark Phoenix to do his bidding, and they were going back and forth. It was awesome. This is a fantastic. Look at my man Darkseid in the back. Look at that, man. Yeah. This right here, and this still holds up to this day. This book came out, I think, I said 1982. I remember, and it's funny because 1982, this book came out. It was $2. So you can just imagine how much it would cost. Prices.
About $7, $8
today. Maybe 10. Who knows? But I didn't care. I saved my quarters and my pennies, and I made sure that when this was there, I went and I got it. And I would still read this from time to time because it is such a great story. And I still say one of the best. There's other crossovers that I enjoy, but this right here is the best crossover to me, hands down.
Now, when I was a kid, I think I got one of the first crossovers. I was sick, and I was in the hospital. I think I had my tonsils removed, and they showed. I do have it back there. Yeah, I was a kid, and they showed up, and what they showed up with was I think one of the first crossovers, the Spider-Man Superman, the big giant, giant size one.
The big giant book. Yeah, man.
Now, comparing what that was, the Titans and the X-Men, that smoked it story-wise, that, because I remember that one when that came out. That was they were the hottest comics at the time too. For DC, the new Titan, the Teen Titans was the hottest, and the X-Men were the hottest at that time too. And then do a story like that was awesome. That they pulled that.
Yeah, it was great.
Okay,
man.
that was very cool. That's very cool. Fucking when you got there. All right, Tone, what you got, Tone?
All right, I like to talk about a superhero that a lot of people don't talk about, that I would love them to do a movie on. And I picked up the graphic novel Volume 1, and this is one of the best graphic novels I've been reading.
Luke Cage.
I've been telling my cousin, because I think my cousin will definitely love reading this, because this takes place. This was the beginning of his solo comic by himself, and he was a hero for hire. He would live on top of Times Square in 42nd Street in the theater, and all the crazy shit of Times Square at that time that was going on when he was
power. Yeah.
Yeah, and my cousin likes all that stuff, but I think he's a very underrated superhero. That if Marvel was to do a movie and get the right production, it could become a big hit. And the action and have some good villains in it, and it was big at the time because what I'm trying to say is I don't like when they take a superhero and they turn his nationality. If he was white, they turn him black. Why you have great black superheroes that could be done into great movies.
Did you watch the Netflix one?
No, I would like to see a movie, not the Netflix.
Not the Netflix. You want like big screen stuff.
Something like they did with Black Panther. They should do something with Luke Cage. Because then if you do a movie in Luke Cage and it becomes a big hit, you could do Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Yeah, because that's what they did on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, they would become in the comic books. They had their own series, or you could do other things like that. But this is definitely one of the superheroes that I'm big into.
Very cool.
Having picked it up, you should pick it up. It's a good read.
The Epic Collection. Okay, good call, dude. Okay, Rich, what do you got there?
Yeah, I got a couple of things over here. This weekend was New York Comic Con. That's like one of the biggest comic gatherings that we have in New York. It's a 4-day event, and like I've been collecting on and off since like the 70s. Some of the early titles that I was into was like the X-Men, the Avengers, and of course the classics like Spider-Man and the Hulk. But as the years progress, I got into a lot of DC stuff and darker stuff with Batman and the Watchmen. I also got into Image titles and Vertigo and a lot of the indie comics. I got a couple of them that I got. What I like is that I used to buy them per issue, but now I just buy them as like small like graphic novels all together. One of my favorite ones is this one, Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
Punisher has always been one of my favorite characters. And the King of Killers. This is a DC title, Preacher.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I like this one. Preacher is pretty good. They got a couple of different ones there. And then Spawn is another character that I thought was pretty cool. Artwork. And I got DC Compact Comics. Look at this, the Joker.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. So, there's a lot of good stuff. What I do now is that since comics are so expensive, I let a couple of issues pile up, and then I'll just buy like one small book that has maybe issues 1 through 10 and just knock it out in one big reading.
Very cool. I thought those some good choices there. Yeah, I like Garth Ennis too. Zach was saying he wrote some of the Punisher stuff, like Frank Returns and all that. I remember that storyline. That was good stuff. Now,
right? Did the Mac line too? Right?
Yeah. That was I didn't pull anything old. I just said, you know what? I'm going to show what I bought this week at the comic shop. So let's see what Necron got, because he spends way too much money down at the comic shop. So, first, I love this title, Absolute Batman, and it's the first Catwoman. Absolute Batman takes place in the Absolute universe, which was created with Darkseid's essence. So it's a more brutal universe.
Oh.
And so I mean, you have all your characters, but it's just different versions of them. It's the Absolute universe. And the Batman's badass in here. He's like he's not rich. He's an average guy, but he's like something like 6'8" or something, just super giant and ripped. And he beats the crap out of everyone. But it's
Ben Affleck.
Basically Affleck, yeah. Affleck got his own fucking and they're very serious and dark. Because it's a Darkseid's Omega essence created the universe.
But that would make sense. What's funny? You pulled that up. wouldn't that make sense? Because I know they were saying that they wanted to get the guy who played Reacher in the
Uh-huh.
Amazon show to play the new Batman.
That would make sense.
You would think that they would probably use that storyline then, you think?
Well, I mean they can, but the thing with the absolute universe, it's its own timeline, and it's not part of you got your regular new DC timeline, and then the new universe was created. You had to start back last summer, or maybe right before it. They did the All-In special where Darkseid basically sacrificed himself, and no one knew what he was doing. Like the Apocalypse people are like, "What the hell is he doing?" Well, he created his own universe, and he's been missing like for a whole year. No one's seen him or heard of him, but he's been hidden out in this absolute universe supposedly because they finally started the DCKO, and this is like the new big thing. And Scott Snyder is one of the main writers, and I love his shit. And this is pretty cool. And I read it last night, but I was half awake, but reading it, so I'm going to read it again. But basically, they're trying to, they have to go through all these battles to stop Darkseid from, because he's already destroyed the future, and he's going through the timelines and coming through the past and coming to destroy our world. So they got to, all these villains and good guys got to go through these battles, and it's real cool.
Sweet.
Let me find that damn last page. Look, you got a bracket.
Oh wow!
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, at the end, and I don't want to give it away, but there's already like one big shocker in the first issue. Someone's dead. They're gone, and this is heavy duty character, not this some rando. Like wow, but basically, it's going to be a way to restart up the universe, like a whole new timeline. But of course, when I got this crossover, that's probably not on par, but it's Elvira and Harley Quinn, so I said I gotta buy this shit.
That looks good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then I read the Green Lantern Corpse, and then
Nice.
what else did I get here? The new Conan the Barbarian.
You got me back into Conan.
Dude, these rule.
Yes.
Titan Comics knows how to handle Conan, dude.
Yes.
The way it should be.
Yeah. No stupid, not modern, just Conan stuff. It's really cool.
I really like the artwork too. The new artwork style for Conan looks really nice.
Well, right? It's kind of like a modern John Buscema, right? From the 70s and 80s, but like modern. Like it's really cool. I haven't read this one yet. And of course, I get the Batman and Robin monthly,
Nice.
Aquaman monthly. This new line of Aquaman is really fucking good too. What issue are we on now? Just on number 10. It's a good story. Good. And Action Comics, of course. So that was my pickup this week at the comic shop.
And you're still picking up the Godzilla, right?
What was that?
The Godzillas. You're picking up the Godzilla?
Oh yeah, the Godzilla versus Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Well, yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the graphic novel.
The whole thing. Well,
Yeah.
dude, how many Godzilla comics are there though? Like, there's
I think
Godzilla.
Four. Because I think there's Godzilla and the X-Men. Then there's Godzilla destroys the first line, and then I think there's two more that they're going to do.
But have you seen in the shop? There's like Godzilla versus the Justice League.
Yeah.
I got that one.
Godzilla, and then all these Godzilla versus the Martians and Godzilla. Like, yeah, I need to get that collected one.
This is the graphic novel, man. Yeah, this is really, really good. Yeah, it's really good, especially with Khan, and what's this guy's name? Gorilla's. Oh my God, I forgot his name. My mind is fried. Marty, what's his name?
The Smart Gorilla. Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
I forgot his fucking name. Shit.
I was gonna say Gorilla Grodd, but that's it, right? Gorilla Grodd. Yeah.
Gorilla Grodd. So they already they're worshiping Kong because they call it he's the gorilla god, and it's really cool. But Godzilla fucked up Superman. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Who doesn't beat down Superman?
What's that? Tone?
Who doesn't beat down Superman? And that was getting into the movie.
Godzilla did it first. Godzilla did it first.
Batman fucking put him through a ringer in BVS, man.
Yes.
Yeah. If he didn't do that Martha trip,
Oh,
Jedi
yeah.
mind trick on Superman, I mean on Batman, he would have been spared. He was about ready to get
Why do you say
impaled.
that name? Why do you say that name? How do you say that name?
Hey, I actually thought that was like a genius way to make Batman like snap out of like being totally nutty, because the whole movie was Batman was like kind of out of control. He was like,
Yeah.
going too far, branding motherfuckers and doing like, because they told him, you're putting a death sentence on these dudes when you brand them. He's pretty much
Yeah.
I know.
I like the
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think
he was basically the Punisher. He was becoming the Punisher. But
Well,
don't get me
I-
wrong, I loved it in the movie. I was like, damn, bro, this is going hard. Batman's fucked up in this movie. He's killing motherfuckers, shooting them out of this, with his Batwing in the sky. I was like, yeah.
And
He's
it's
gonna be
funny
like-
from the conversation we were having about possibly doing the Flashpoint, right? If they would have did the Flashpoint and have Thomas Wayne, this guy play Negan, he would have been playing the Thomas Wayne Batman. Oh man, that would have
Yeah.
been so cool.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool, man. The people did fan art of that, man. That would have looked so dope.
Well, I can sit
Never
here and
get what we
talk.
want. That's the problem.
Oh, and this was a birthday present from
Oh,
Megs.
nice.
She sent me a Godzilla. Did anybody else get a Godzilla from the?
No,
No, was it your birthday? It had to be your birthday. You can't, disrespect
Oh,
that.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
very cool, very cool.
and
I got something. I
Tomb of
want
Dracula prints, but they're I can't get to them at the moment.
check
All
this
right.
out.
Oh wow, let's put you on
nice.
Solo. That's badass.
Yeah.
This is my favorite piece right here.
Wow, he's in ice?
Nah, that's the water, and they got the ship over here,
Okay, now I see what you're saying. Yeah, wow. That's fucking
dope.
cool.
ready to throw down like always.
He just came up. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
It's my man, yo.
All right, Bear. It's your turn. To show what's next on your list here, or whatever you want to show.
Who? Me or Tone?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Oh, you
Barry.
Okay. Well, since you were on the DC kick, I'm going to show you. Do you remember? Well, this again, we're going early '80s again. One of the first comic books that I can remember as a kid that kind of like blew my mind with like blood and guts, and it was on DC. And I don't know if you remember the Omega Men.
Yes.
Okay, so the
Not,
Omega Men.
I remember that title. Yeah.
Yeah, this right here was I'm talking about Vicious. This was before, and it bugged me out because it was a DC title. It was graphic, man. It was really graphic. I'm talking about slashings, blood, guts, the whole 9 yards. And then of course I got the first 4 issues here, but number 3 is one of my most prized possessions. Lobo's first appearance.
Yeah. Damn, Barry. Woo.
yeah.
All right, yeah.
Let me put. I
was-
gotta put you Solo so everybody can see this.
Yep.
Look
this
how
is
Lobo
Lobo.
looked back then.
Yeah, man, he had the little flow going and stuff. He didn't look so tough then, but
Purple
yeah, he's still
throat.
kicking butt. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, this is one of my prized possessions right here. But this was my first when I first started collecting Omega Men. This was the first issue I picked up, which was like this right here. These guys, they were going through some serious stuff. He assumed he was doing some mind shit on him. He was ripping his insides off. It was crazy. Again, early '80s as a kid. Think about
Yeah.
it. I'm like 8 years old. Going, it was like, oh shit, Omega Man. I opened that shit up, and I'm seeing all these blood. I'm like, yo, this blew my mind. And of course, maybe I think the comic code didn't mess with this because I think the comic code was still around in the early '80s.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see it, it's not even on here. So they probably had the comic book stores probably had to put it more to an adult section, but they just saw DC and they said and just put it down. Didn't even really bother. So
Yeah, probably. What it was like only sold in the comic shops and not on newsstands. to get past that
Maybe.
comic code. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the comic code was like it's still a thing. So all right, well there goes that. My little mind went crazy, and of course the morbid era of my brain, came out from there. Yeah,
Dude,
man, that's it.
remember like the early graphic novels, like what was it, like Star Chasers or something like that, and
I remember the
Avengers Doom with Doctor Doom. That was like one of the
Yeah.
first ones that came out.
and
Yeah.
the death of Captain Marvel was a nice was a good
Yeah,
graphic
yes,
novel then.
yes,
The
yes.
Death of Captain Marvel. I remember there was a real good X-Men one at that time. I think it was called. Oh man, I remember the artwork was fucking crazy in that graphic novel. It was really really good. I think it was called Something City or whatever it was. And then there was another one called The Aladdin Effect that I have. I actually have still one of those graphic novels. The Aladdin Effect was that was actually like a pro Marvel female type comic before the whole prestige MCU thing. It was actually a good story.
Yeah, it didn't do the whole girl boss thing and all that.
Storyline, yeah, you got a good storyline. It had a Storm. Who else? What's it? Tigra, the one that was in the Avengers for a little while. The one that was like a tiger.
Girl one.
Tigra.
Yeah, Tigra, right? Yeah, her. And Colossus's sister. Her thing was it Magic or whatever it was, and She-Hulk. They were all in there. It was like this really cool story, but it was a good story. You read it, good art, good story. It was all these women in there doing their thing, and it wasn't like a thing where they were force feeding it to you. So I was like, damn, why can't they do shit like that?
The one I remember that was a good graphic novel that never was comic was that Batman the Demon. I forgot the whole name of it when he gets
the kid,
not Raldu's daughter pregnant.
Taza or something. Ghoul.
Yeah, Taz.
Yeah. Al Ghul. Yeah,
that was a
Damon Wayne, the baby. That became Damon. Yeah, I had that graphic novel too. Do you remember? Did you ever buy Arkham Asylum, the graphic novel? It's real trippy.
That was really good.
Yeah, it's real trippy too.
Yeah.
But like it is like an acid trip comic, and Batman has to go through Arkham, through it. But it's all weird and like it's almost like Sandman-ish, like that type of approach to a Batman story.
I don't think I've seen. I read that one.
Yeah. All right.
The one that I picked up recently is from the Marvel collection. Is one of my favorite stories. I collected the single issues, but I wanted to reread it. And Captain America kind of got whacked for a bit, but then when they came out with the Winter Soldier,
yeah,
picked up big time. This is one of my favorite anti-heroes right here, the Winter Soldier, and it was pretty good. It had great artwork. And now if you've never read it, you can just pick it up. It has the whole
thing collected,
the whole collection of it. They just recently coming out with these, like 4 months ago. I think, and even DC now comes with the small ones. I think I got one here. The small pack ones. They're only $10. It has the whole storyline in it.
Yeah, that's a great deal for $10.
Yeah,
I need to start buying those.
A little more expensive is 14. I think it's 15. No, 8. Yeah, $15. $5 more, but it's a little bigger than the DC one.
Yeah, but you're not, because usually those things are they want a lot of money, like $25, $30, $40 for all these big collections,
Oh yeah, with hardcover they're definitely in the 40s.
Yeah. I don't even buy the hardcovers anymore. I'm like, no, I'll wait till the soft cover comes out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's what I've been reading, and then I got back into the Conan, and now I'm reading the Godzilla, and then I just started reading Red Skull. They did a comic book.
Which one?
Red Skull has his.
Red Skull. Okay. Oh, his own comic. Damn. All right.
Of course, we'll be reading Red Skull. What's going on with you, man? Come on. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Goldberg was
yeah,
surprised
you're
riders
living
on
up
that
to
boat,
your
man.
name.
Riz, look at you said the beard. He has it like Varg from Burzum.
Yeah.
Freaking
Res-
Red Skull's got a Puerto Rican flag under his shirt, man. Come on.
Red Skull is the only one who says, like, these guys weren't in Stream enough. I need to do something, you know.
Yeah.
I done more with Red Skull in the movie. The guy,
Okay,
Funny.
Rich, it's your turn. What you got
All
next
right.
for?
I pulled out a couple of movies. I don't have too many old comics with me because most of them are in my storage unit and some of them are not here with me. But I was getting a little bit into the Halloween mood this year. So I was pulling out a couple of things that I feel like maybe some people might want to check out. In terms of like a documentary, I think this one right here, Video Nasties, is worth checking out. It chronicles like I think how many was it? So 95 or 93 films that were banned, horror films.
it was 95 films banned, but then there was a second list. The
Yeah.
second list, I forgot how many there were because that has two parts. And that's
Yeah.
the first set, and this is the second set of
Yeah.
movies that are banned.
So this is a pretty good documentary if you want to get into a feel of stuff. And then we were talking about 42nd Street back then. This one's called 80s Trailer Trauma Horror-thon. This is 8.5 hours of old school horror trailers from 1980 to 1989. And this is put out by Garage House. Like if you want to have this in the background of a party during Halloween and stuff.
Ah,
it's
cool
pretty
idea,
cool.
yeah.
And then you kind of get influenced to pick up some of the rare ones. And then an old movie that I got over here is Pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Pieces, yeah. This movie came out, I think was it 82, Tone?
Yeah, it was I think it was 82 in Spain, and then the United States was 83.
Yeah, this is a wild one. And then the reason why I like this version is because there's a disc that comes with it that gives you a documentary on the Grindhouse theaters of 42nd Street. And like Tone had mentioned earlier, New York Liquidators, we became friends with a very famous guy named 42nd Street Pete. He has a lot of grindhouse stories of old theaters and movies, and he used to get a lot of rare tapes for us back then. But yeah, those are some of the DVDs that I watch, just to get into the mood for Halloween.
Halloween type. Now, I want to point out something too. You see that fantastic shirt Rich is wearing right there? Look at that.
A second.
Look at that.
Look at this.
Very fantastic. You can get that at Black Montana's BigCartel.com. I just gonna have to throw that. And it's that sketchy green. It's very controversial. Sketchy green. If you're into that type of thing, just head on over there. You can get you a copy. Yeah. All right. So, it's cool that you transitioned into movies, not another person. So that's what I'm gonna do here. I pulled some DVDs and Blu-ray 4Ks, kind of a eclectic mix of things, and I think I was gonna show Zack Snyder's Justice League, the best superhero fucking team up movie. I'm not gonna say the best, pretty close, but for like a big team, I like this shit more than the Avengers. But you gotta make sure you watch the Zack Snyder version, not the Justice League, the one that they put on TV. You gotta watch this. This shit's fucking fantastic. And then I like this oddball Godzilla versus the Smog Monster.
Nice.
Yeah, one of the weirdest Godzilla villains, I always thought. What's his Ibra? Yeah. Right? That's his name, I think. He's cool. I mean, like, he's made of, smog and waste and garbage. And, like, right when he turns into the flying version and he just leaves the smog over to fucking, turns everybody into skeletons. Like, yeah, this is a scary monster, man. It's pretty cool.
Necron, the best part in that movie is when they start doing the psychedelic dancing in the club.
Savior,
Everybody
and the fish heads, and the dude tripping on acid.
up all the garbage, and the girl's like swinging her head left.
what is going on? Even when I was a little kid, I was like, what? Yes, that's right, dude. That is fucking one of the funniest scenes. That saved the earth. Very hippie, very fucking for the times, right? Hey, that's a good call. I should have put out some Lady Death and some Evil Ernie. Those were good. But yeah, he's really just a big pile of toxic trash, and he rules. And then another Zack Snyder film that I really fucking love is 300.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best movies, yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking. It's just like. It's metal. Like, it's a metal movie, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
If you're not into that, you're probably not, you're probably not into Graveland or Infernal War, because it's just fucking total fucking testosterone. And, another one that I didn't even really know about, Dark City, till a couple years ago. Skywalker told me about it. I missed this one in the theaters for whatever reasons. I love this movie now, man.
Yeah.
It's basically The Matrix, right? Kind of, really, like.
Oh, it has a lot of elements. It never became a hit in the theater. Now it's like a cult classic.
It's really good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, we gotta have some Halloween picks.
All right.
I love my Hammer horror, and this is one of the Twins of Evil. This one's real good, dude. The satanic vampires, right? They got all the inverted crosses and all that shit going on in a castle. I'm like, and of course the one twin that's good and the one twin that's been turned evil into a vampire, and chaos ensues.
Hammer has good shit.
Hammer was top tier for those days in my book. Anything they put out was great. Even the bad stuff's good. Am I right? Dracula AD 1972. It's still good.
Yeah.
But Christopher Lee is the best Dracula ever. I don't care what anybody got to say.
Oh, I you ain't gonna get no argument here. Well, I have the figure somewhere. Hey, and whoever won my figure, I emailed you back saying, hey, I need your address. So if you're watching, send me your address or you're gonna lose it, and it's gonna go up to the runner-up. So just putting that out there. And did anybody watch this version of the Wolfman?
I love that. I love that one. I love it.
Is that the one with Benicio del Toro?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that one in the theater. That one was pretty good.
Yeah, man. I'm surprised not many people talk about this, because it's good, man. It has gothic horror, gore, and then then actually a pretty good story too.
Action a little.
Necrowolf,
and the fact that
tends to think he's that
classic look of the werewolf,
he's a wolf man. He's not because I like Howling. I mean, not Howling. The Howling werewolves and all that. They look cool, but this is more the wolf man. He has a wolf man look.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, that rampage through London is great. He's just fucking up everybody, dude. When he hops on that train and. Or that, whatever the hell it was. Now I'm shifting a little gears here. I'm going to do kind of a 1-2 punch. I actually enjoyed the Dolph Lundgren Punisher movie.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it.
I get, we were all mad he didn't have the skull. I get it, that was a mistake. But the movie itself, it's pretty fucking good. And I got this one right here. It has an uncut version of it too. It has
nice.
Yeah, and there's a lot more gore. He's like fucking blowing people's heads off and shit in this version, exploding. I'm like, damn, they should have put that cut out.
Yeah,
uncut version in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Necron, when I was on spring break, that movie came out.
Oh, really?
And it was shown at a little small grindhouse theater in Puerto Rico. And when I went there, I saw the uncut version. And then
wow.
Yeah, and then like years after that, when my friend got me a DVD of it, I noticed certain scenes were cut from what I remember in the theater. And I was like, damn, this is not right. And then Tone had gotten a European DVD that had the cut version and the uncut version, and then my memories came back. I was like, yeah, it was much more brutal, more bloodier.
I wonder if this came from Europe. It looks like it did. Maybe.
Yeah, there's a work what they call it a work print of it.
Work print, yeah, because it's not high quality. The uncut version, yeah, there is like, you can tell it's a work print for sure. And then this movie came out, not many people were into it, but I thought fucking Punisher Warzone was great.
That's the top. That's the top dog right there, man.
Like, he's Frank Castle in this one, dude. What now?
I like it better than not the Dolph Lundgren one, the one that, what's his name again? Thomas
Jane.
Yeah, I like it better than the Thomas Jane one.
Is that the one that he fights with Kevin Nash?
No, the one with Kevin Thomas Jane is the one that it's not this one, Rich.
This is what's that dude? He passed away.
He used to be a wrestler.
I can't read the fucking shit. But the actor passed away. He was in that crappy Star Wars Acolyte.
No, he was in the Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, there you go.
Yeah, he was in Ahsoka.
Yeah. I think they had to recast him, but yeah, this movie fucking rules, man. It's Punisher. Like, that's how he is, He's
Ray Stevenson. That's his name, Ray
Stevenson.
Okay.
You got it. Yeah. He was awesome, dude. When he first came in and attacked the mafia from the chandelier, that was just crazy, man. Yeah, it came down just wasting everybody.
They did that. It was what was it? It was the Marvel Knight series when they did that Punisher, because it comes up with the Marvel Knight.
That's right. Yeah, because it's more mature. Yeah.
So I thought when they did that, and I was like, oh man, maybe they'll bring out more of that, because I think they did a few. There was a few issues they did of Marvel Knights. It was the Punisher, Daredevil. I think there was even a very edgy Spider-Man series on Marvel Knights.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
But they were supposed to do a Ghost Rider one, and they never did it.
Popular opinion right here. I enjoy those Ghost Rider movies too.
I like the first one. I thought the first one was good. I enjoyed the first one.
First one's better than the second one. I
second one I didn't like.
That. Yeah. But they should have been rated R, and they would have done probably way better.
Absolutely.
Character.
And of course, I always talk about this one. This is one of my favorite animated movies, Fire and Ice.
Oh
yeah, that's
really good.
Yeah, all based, on. And the comics are good too, man. That they did for on Dynamite on these. If you ever want to check them out, really in the style of the movie. I saw this in the theaters when I was a kid too, man. I was like, this shit rules.
Yeah.
They drew the girls.
Dude. That's like when you could put your kid through the test if he's gonna be a little a little sweet, or if he's gonna be a regular dude when he sees her, how he reacts. You see her, you're like, whoa! Did that little bath she does, and all those cavemen are like.
He was looking at her.
But Necron, the funny thing is that movie, I remember it really good because it was one of the first movies that opened up the door for me to explore and find out other movies that were similar into that style, like heavy metal,
Wizards and things.
Wizards, yeah. And then later on, like Akira and all those other, kind of more
adult animated films.
Animated films, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, great movie, and I think you can watch it on Tubi now or somewhere like that too if you want to watch it, man.
Dude, what can't you not watch in Tubi? Tubi got everything but porn. That's the only thing.
When are they gonna do that? They're gonna start off like showing things like you remember like those softcore porn movies on HBO, like Hots and Lady Chattery's Lover and all that shit. They'll probably start showing those on there. Then they'll eventually just get into porn. But yeah,
like Skinamax.
Skinamax back in the day. Yeah. Oh shit! Look at Andrew throwing in a little super chat. Thanks, bro.
Something. All right.
Oh man, what we got for him, Angie?
Hit him with something, Necron. Hit him with something.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Since we're just talking about crazy shit, we're gonna do some fucking Inferman for him here. Yeah, that fucking movie's nuts, man.
Yo,
There you go. Look at
Japanese always did it
fucking.
right.
Yeah.
Japanese always
Yeah.
did it right, man.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about this is that my cousin Tony and I have this saying. We have, hey, let's put on a movie. Let's put on a 3 o'clock in the morning movie. This is a 3 o'clock in the morning movie.
Don't worry, I'm back right here at 3 o'clock in the morning movies.
A different
have
type
to-
of 3 o'clock in the morning movie, right?
You have to be slightly inebriated. You have to have a couple of shots in you, a couple of beers. You know, if you chief a little bit. You got to be in a certain mind zone. You know what I mean?
Oh, quick story. I got to bring this one up.
All right.
You want to ask me about Chicago, right? It's been maybe years since I've had any kind of what we call, say, marijuana, whatever you want to say. Decided to go to the smoke shop, and he ended up getting some of those candies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and we started eating them up on the thing. Yo, it just made the music sound like I don't know. I was like spaced out for it. Yeah, I was like literally.
It amplified it, right? It was like.
We were listening to Infernal
He
War.
was-
Oh man.
He was there.
shit.
Fucking Charles Manson appeared on the side of him. I mean, it was like, yo, it's total.
Like this
tells
is.
me, I think we ate too much.
Those hit you harder too, man. That potent. Damn, Tone.
They stay in your body, and then they take a while to get out. And then once you think you escaped it, it creeps in again. You know.
Starts coming back around the
Yeah.
corner on you. Oh. I don't know, dude. This modern stuff that they sell nowadays, it destroys what like they had back in the 80s because I don't really smoke like that anymore, and my my wife still does, and she was like, hey, can you get this vape to work? She bought it at the shop, and I was like, yeah, let me try, and I was fucking around with it, and I didn't know it was like on a scale of like 1 to 10, it was like 205. So I was like, and I go, yeah, it's working good. I'm like, hey, this tastes pretty good. And I was like, fucking. Then I'm sitting there watching the Family Guy, and I'm noticing, I'm laughing my ass off, and I'm like, wait a minute, it ain't that fucking funny, bro. Like, I'm tripping balls, I was having a good time. And I'm like laughing my ass off watching Family Guy, and I stood up and I was like, whoa, motherfucker, I'm lightheaded. And I go, nah, this can't be right, because I actually feel my blood pumping through my body right now. Yeah, it was tripping me out. Anyway, yeah, dude. So I can only imagine, the edibles, how that must have been tripping balls.
The last thing, when the concert finished, when we were walking back, the guy had said that it was walking distance back to the hotel. So we all walking, and we ran into
Roy Fox, yeah.
Fox, yeah. Out of it. So we're walking, and all of a sudden the sidewalk disappears, and we're like in the middle of a highway trying to cross. He's just like, has no worries in the world. He just walks and grab him and bring him back in.
Oh man.
To get a cab, we got to get a cab to get back to the hotel. We're gonna wind up dead.
Fucking on the freeway.
Damn.
That's funny, dude. Damn.
Yeah, we had that. That was some crazy shit. Yeah. Tell me
Yeah,
about
that,
You should
it's
have
tough.
ate another one, Tone. You would have been seeing the aliens come down on the highway.
I thought I did.
Damn, Tone, if you ate another one, you just could have just fucking floated over everything and just got there, man.
He's like, beam me up, Scotty.
Where did Tone go? What the hell?
Gonna make you float, Tone. Gonna make you float.
I was like,
Oh, shit, dude.
sobered
That's
up for
funny.
Great
man.
Land. Don't worry, I sobered up for Great Land.
There you go. All right, Barry, do you got anything else you want to show?
Yeah, I got a couple little things here. I mean, just we getting into some of the stuff here. I wanted to go through a nice little box set that I still enjoy to this day, and it's funny because it's good that I have this box set because I heard stories about them no longer playing certain episodes of this particular series, and I'm talking about Married with Children.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Yo, all 262 episodes are in here. All right, and
Wow.
and the thing is that so it's like if you go and you check now, like if you're trying to look for certain episodes, like where they do reruns and stuff. I forgot that I remember they made a little list up because everything now is sketchy. So
Yeah, you can't show this one
if you
anymore.
have
You
to-
can't.
Yeah, because people get offended, and because freaking Al was offending everybody, and those big chicks that went into a shoe store, forget it. And I'm surprised they're still around those because forget it. Can't body.
Oh,
shame,
those are
and
some of
forget
the
it.
best fucking put downs ever when roasting those
Yeah,
big
man.
girls in the shoe shop. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're supposedly going to be doing a reunion. I heard, but I know now what they're talking about not live action. They're going to do it as an animation.
That's the last I heard too. It's going to be animated.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do an animation, and then then also I freaking it's funny because I think I sent this over to Rich and Tone. I'm gonna dwell into what would be considered the Drustifer era of entertainment. Which in the school I worked in, they had a book fair, and I found something they had like for adults.
Hey,
Found
Shred.
this. Freaking,
What is this?
Yo, look at World War II, baby. Yo,
Nice.
that's it, man. Can't get when you go talking sketchy, you got to go get into World War II, man. Telling you, and this is actually pretty cool, man. Look at this, man. It's got all the little stuff in here that was going on, and gives you some good little history. And I was like,
it looks like a
I had to pick it up.
You're a historian. That's what you
man,
said. I'm a historian.
I love me some history. And I even got here like DVDs. You got you go into World War II. Up on the front lines in color. Yo, forget it.
Those are
picking
cool.
These things up. Yeah, I be picking these things up. My wife gets mad at me. Another World War II stuff. You got too many. And I'm like, I don't care.
You
I
might
wanna
find
get
something
'em.
you don't know about,
Yeah, the Iwo Jima. And it's good stuff, man. I love the history, and it's just awesome. I enjoy listening to some of the information. There might be stuff that you hear that you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that. So that's why it's just good to check on that stuff. Plus, like I said, my grandfather fought in World War II, so that always had me intrigued too.
Yeah, for sure. Did you
You
like Band of Brothers? That show?
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite
I have the
shows.
box set. Yes.
Yeah.
Great fucking show.
Fantastic
fucking
show.
show.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and it was in that same. I mean, because I think Tom Hanks was the director, the producer of the show.
Yeah, he was
Right?
involved, right? He was, I think, a producer.
Yeah, he was involved. So it gave you that feel of what Saving Private Ryan was. It was in that same feel when you watched that show. It was a great show, man.
All right. Okay.
So
Tone.
that's pretty much what I got right now.
All
All
right.
right. Let's see
So
what Tone got next.
this is gonna be a little stack here, real quick, of movies that you should be watching for Halloween.
All right. We're gonna put you solo so we can see this stuff.
All right. So we're gonna start off with The Church.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. It's a loose. A lot of people call it a loosely based on Demons. This Demons 3, but it's really just it's a standalone movie. Then we got whatever movie everybody should have in their collection,
Dr. Butcher,
Right,
MD.
Dr.
Oh
Butcher.
yeah.
and it goes on to his other name that I remember when I seen it in Times Square.
Zombie Holocaust.
Boss. Now this is my personal favorite zombie movie because this has everything you need: gore, sex, violence, whatever you want. Burial Ground
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
with the original cover right here. When
I love when they do stuff like that. You have the slipcase cover and then the real cover. Yeah.
Yeah. And then these I just picked up recently. Oh wait, let me hide this one. Remember this one? I don't know if you remember this one, Necron. The Stuff.
Yes.
The
I remember the stuff. Yes.
Mhm.
The Stuff is a great one. Then we got Deep Red.
Yeah.
Oh, Dario.
Dario
Yeah.
Argento's one of his best giallos.
Mhm.
And for modern movies, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of think for all that remake bullshit that this was a real good remake. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I agree.
Nice.
That is one of the more
It
top
was.
tiers. Yeah. That remake.
Yeah.
The original remake. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. And then
With Jessica Biel, that's the one with Jessica Biel, right?
yes, that's what Jessica.
Mhm.
And this one is a classic from from the '80s. John Carpenter's.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yes.
The best zombie pirates ever.
Hells yeah.
Yeah. So these are one, and then I picked up recently a set from this set here.
Bravado Giallo.
Yeah, this is all giallos, but these are TV movies that were done in Italy. But over there, when they do TV movies, they don't cut out the sex and
Yeah. I don't know.
Like they do here in the
Uptight. Yeah.
so. This one has the one I haven't seen all of them, but the ones that I did see that were pretty good is Dinner with the Vampire. Which was a good one. And the other one that I saw was Gravy. What's another one? Oh, Until Death. This one was good too.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you have the Origo. This one I haven't seen. They said this is like Demons, one of the Demons ones. And then and this last one here I haven't seen either.
Yeah. This is all new to
Very
me.
good.
I haven't heard of any of this. Wow.
Yeah, this is done by Ababa's son. He directed all these 4 movies, but they were TV. I was watching the documentary. They were all TV movies done for Italy TV, and they never cut out the violence or any of that stuff. So some good shit there.
Very cool, dude.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's about it. What I got here.
All right. Well, then we'll move on to silent producer Rich. What did you bring out anything for us to show?
Oh yeah, I was able to pull out a couple of things. I haven't really fully pulled out all of my horror films for Halloween, but I got a couple of things here and a couple of other, let's say 3 o'clock in the morning kind of films.
Okay.
Rocktober Blood.
Oh
Remember this one, Tone? Yeah.
Yeah,
This one was an old one. This is a crazy one, Raw Force. This one goes all over the place. If you want to see a wild grindhouse kind of film.
yeah. That one has that one is zombies, ninjas, gunfights, and you can think of all mixed up in one movie.
And chicks,
Yep.
apparently, I see a naked girl on the
Yeah.
back or something.
Oh,
going
sorry
on.
about that. Yeah.
Cannibals. There's
Uh-huh.
cannibals in the movie.
Yeah.
So anything
Yep.
like 15-year-old me would have been like, yeah, this fucking rules. Yeah.
This one, Tone, Night
Oh,
Train to
that was-
Terror.
Yeah, that's good.
One.
Huh?
That's 2 movies in one.
Yeah. These are 2 films that were spliced up and made as one film. Both of them are very bad films, but they're bad in a good way. And then something a little newer. I'm a big fan of this. This is The Whole Bloody Affair, Kill Bill, Volumes 1 and 2. I'm a big fan of Quentin Tarantino.
Those are
Barry was
good.
talking about war films. I like Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, he's had a great run of films, but this Blu-ray collects both movies with bonus footage, and I like that. Also, I have The Godfather. I've been a big
Oh
fan of.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is gangster stuff. I like stuff like Casino, Goodfellas, early mafia films, Scarface, but Godfather, very legendary, old school movie.
Classic.
And and then uh, this is called Television Trauma from the guys that put out the 80s trailer. This is television trailers that would also come out late at night of rare
Oh,
films.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. So you hear like the crazy, commentator saying, "That's right, don't miss it this Friday. Catch it at the drive-in," and then they'll show you some wild films that get you excited to want to run out. And then the last one, if you know, you know. This one's called The Whore Church. This is a underground film. This is really crazy, mixing music, metal, all kinds of wild visuals.
All right.
And that's all I got right now.
All right, let me get you back in there. All right. Well, damn. Now I think I might have know about the horror church. It's like black metal stuff, right?
Yeah, a little mix. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember
Uh-huh.
that going around back in the day.
Yeah.
All right, so the last thing for me that I got here is just going into metal, metal stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm just like gonna show like stuff I still, some of it's not super new, but stuff I'm still currently jamming, you know.
Mhm.
So like Abhorrence, the new one.
Nice.
This is if you love Thy Kingdom Come demo by Morbid Angel, you'll eat this up.
Mhm.
This
Mhm.
is really good death metal. And of course, our buddies, Hexaya,
Of course.
Hey,
Ancient Capping Lab, such a good album. Pick it up at Hell's Headbangers if you haven't already. Just so good. And then another profanation, but this is the French one with Skull Crushing Violence.
Ooh.
Jamming this one a lot. It's just brutal, crushing stuff. And this one's on Head Split, Death Winds. I think you reviewed it,
That was
Barry.
dope. Yeah, I did a review on that. That was really good. Really good.
Black Death stuff that Head Split put out. And now this one, I actually got from one of the panel members. Was nice enough to send this to me. Atomic Goat Crime.
yeah.
Yes.
Ripping war metal, dude.
Shit.
Tome Joker's I got
Ecuador.
you, bro. He fucking sent it to me, so thanks again for that. Cause I was gonna get it, but he already took care of it. So it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. And the latest Imprecation. I
Oh, yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Me
Well,
too.
it's all the stuff, a lot of stuff. Ruben had left, before they got to complete. So this is a lot of the stuff. Rest in peace, Ruben.
Yeah.
And the latest album from, actually debut album from Destruction Ritual, out of France, featuring MKM from Antaeus, Aeosop on vocals. This one's called Providence, and you can look around for it if you can find it, because it's really good black metal.
Wow, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah,
I ended up ordering I found the vinyl for it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you get it already?
You know what? Good question, dude.
Yeah, it's really good. It's fast, evil, has a lot of atmosphere, dark, good black metal.
Yeah,
Hello?
it.
Oh, France. Oh yeah. Okay, that's the demo.
Yeah,
That's
the
the
demo.
That's real good too, man. That's a killer demo.
Yeah, I got this on the Necron shelf.
The one. Francisco says he can't hear me. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you didn't. Well, hold on. Let me. Oh, you know what? Let me try something real quick, Francisco. I think I know what happened. Sometime. That's why. There we go. Watch. Testing, testing. You probably hear me better now.
Yeah, you sound much better.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, just recap real quick: destruction ritual, providence, imprecation, the new one out on nuclear war now, atomic goat crime, death winds, profanation, skull crushing violence. You get that one yet, Tone?
Yeah.
All right, good. That's a good one. Hexea, ancient gaping mouth, and aberration. What is this one called? Demonolatry or some shit. Anyway, the Norwegian abhorrence. Abhorrence. Those are like some of the latest, stuff that I've been spending in the metal world.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Anybody else? Barry, you got anything you want to show metal wise?
I got a couple things over here. Well, I mean, it's metal and it actually is in comics. Whoever got a chance to pick up Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast comic series?
No,
you got me, B.
Autograph from. Yeah, this was really, really good stuff, man. It's funny because I was only able to get. I got the issue 2, issue 3, fucking badass shit, and issue 4. I'm missing 5. I'm still missing 5. But yeah,
oh shit,
this was really good. Yeah, it's really good, man. Really fucking good. I'm surprised that they only. This is in Heavy Metal Comics, so the same people who put out the Heavy Metal magazines. They were the ones who put it out. Really, really cool shit. And then I went over to a big ass flea market with my wife, and of course I did some digging, and I was able to find some fucking statues.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the original pressing, which I was very happy about. On this one, so Power and the Glory and Wheels of Steel.
Damn.
All right, be able to find that one, and it's not an original pressing; it's actually a remaster. But I found it over in the flea market too. I made a Number of the Beast.
Very nice. Can't go wrong with any of those. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. So I was able to pick up some pretty cool things yesterday. My wife, of course, she finds more things than I do. I try to nitpick on certain things that I want to get when I go to those things, but I was able to find those. Very happy. So yeah, that's pretty much me for what I have right now.
All right, now we're on Tone. You got some stuff you want to show us?
Yeah, I really don't have no music stuff yet because I didn't unpack everything that I ended up getting this week.
All right.
Busy, but I might just to bring out something real quick. I have a set, right, of Friday the 13th, and they announced that this set is going out of print. So,
shit.
Yes, this is definitely going out. Screen Factory is not going to no longer have the rights to the set. So they're saying by the end of this year, whatever out there, that's all you can you got to get. And if you're interested in getting it, I think Amazon has it for a bill. So
that's not bad for all those. No.
Yeah, it has all the movies, everything that's on the series. Now, the other box set they're talking about going out of print is going to be next year. It's the Halloween one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that has all the Halloween on it. So, if you see any of these 2 sets and you're interested in getting them, definitely pick them up.
You better do it now. Yeah.
Because they're not going to have the rights to them no more.
And once that happens, the prices go up.
Big time.
Yep.
And I don't know if you've seen these things because I know you like the Kung Fu movies. Have you seen the Shaw Brothers on classics?
No.
That's been released. These are Shout Factories releasing these. This is volume 3. They're up to volume 7 already, but I'll pick them up here and there. But they have all the old ones we grew up with. It has the 5 Deadly Venom, Kill Our Army, the Invincible one, all the ones you could think of that we used to watch back in the days of kids. They're on these box sets they're releasing. And
That's some cool shit.
great.
Wow.
Get them in English or you can listen to it in a native language. It's good shit. Man, I think that's all I have. Oh, yeah, I found the this is for Barry. And it was actually Bear. Yeah, I found the cover, Bear, for the Red Skull.
Nice.
Oh, now I know what you're talking. I remember. Yes.
Yeah.
Bring on the bad guys, where they did Red Skull, Mephisto, and a couple other ones, right? Yeah.
That's right.
Nice. That's very cool. All right. Okay, Rich, what you got anything you want to show us?
Yeah, I'll zip through these quick CDs. I got a couple of new ones with a couple of old ones. These are some of the ones that I've been listening to over the last few weeks. For War Metal, the latest Revenge album.
Oh yeah,
I
that's good
like
stuff.
it. It's pretty hard stuff. That's what I listen to when I go to the gym. For EP wise, the latest Profanatica EP.
Good stuff too.
Yeah, this is really good stuff. Paul is really good. His drumming is great there. For black metal, I've been listening to this one a lot this year. Genocidal Rights.
Yep.
I know that you guys have played them on the stream late at night. This is one that I like. And from Spain, Tatian Blood. Another one that is pretty
Nice.
brutal.
Yes.
I just got these from Hell's Headbangers Catharsis. This album's kind of hard to get. It's not streaming anywhere. Really good raw black metal. And of course, everybody knows this guy right here.
Oh yeah. That's some good
Mutant
stuff.
Sounds. Yep, I got this one from Mutant Sounds. Grindcore. Francisco, our friend there.
Best grindcore going. Yep.
Yep, I'll cover
It
the. I got the Anal Vomit.
Yes.
Covering the cover. This is an old crossover kind of metal style, Sacrilege. If you remember.
Well,
this
yeah.
one.
Oh, is that the English one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
This one's titled "For a World We Shall Soon See No More."
Yes. Yeah.
Female vocals also in there. The first Jungle Rat album, Slaughter of the Week.
Okay.
here.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And of course, I didn't own this one. I wanted a good, clean copy. Abominations of Desolation from Morbid Angel.
Oh yeah. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Classic.
is just good stuff. And also, a quick cassette mention: Torso Heat.
Oh, he's in there. Look at him.
Yeah,
There you
got that
go,
one in
Spirit
there.
World.
Yeah, this will be my final thing for music. I wanted to do a segment on this, but I haven't gotten a chance. I got this book from Razorback Records. This one's called Uniforce Zine from '86 to '89, the Underground Metal Zine collection. This is Mark from Empatigo put this one out. Yeah, and there's a lot of great flyers and
Great interviews,
and
classics.
stories and stuff like that. Because I didn't get all these things back then. But to have them compiled as one book is definitely a good chunk of history here.
I love those collected zine books. Those
Yeah.
are fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I've been digging this one a lot. But that's what I got right now for music.
All right. Okay. Well, shit, guys. I think we covered all the topics I wanted to cover on this. Comics, movies. What else? DVDs, figures, everything. Oh, you know what? I lied. I'm a big fucking nerd for that could just be clipped out, right, and used against me. Anyway, for Todd McFarlane's Multiverse figures.
Oh yeah.
This is a DC one they did of like a classic Superman, and it looks. Let me put it solo so you can actually see
put
it.
it solo.
Cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did a
wow.
really
Yeah.
good job. Well, hold on here. Really good job on cloth cape too. I always like when they do that. So it's like this classic 60s 70s Superman type of look.
The
So-
box looks
That looks
nice
cool.
too.
It
Yeah,
does look cool.
yeah. Always top notch job from him. And of course I gotta show the Ben Affleck Batman from Justice League and his
Nice.
it's called something armor, when he goes to fight the parademons and all that shit at the end of the movie. They did a great job on this one. It looks really good.
That was from McFarlane too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he did all the Justice League. Like you can get a figure of each Justice League figure from Zack Snyder's Justice League now, and this is pretty fucking cool. It's the Longbow Hunters Green Arrow
Nice.
Oh, man.
from the
nice.
Longbow. You remember that Longbow Hunters comic series, that mini series? Yeah, man.
That's
They
nice.
did. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more harsh version of Oliver Queen. So I thought I'd show those real quick too. I pulled those out for this show.
Nice. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Like Meg says, Batflick. We need that Batflick movie. Come on, someone needs to make the Batflick movie. All right, guys. Any final thoughts or anything on the show coming up you guys want to talk about before we head out of here?
I mean, we probably got we probably got some stuff coming up. We're trying to set up something in November with Shane from Vulgar Display of Gaming, and we're gonna also try to set up something in December with Melanie and Anthony from Metal Miners.
Oh,
We
okay.
want to try to get something going in December, and maybe something in between besides our basic in between stuff that we do. Rich and Tone might have something in there. I know I'm probably throw a few videos here and there like I usually do. Like tomorrow I'll be off, so I'll probably put something together, some things that I bought, and talk about it. And that's about it, man. I thank everybody again, who's been supporting us and checking out our stuff, man. I've never thought in my wildest dreams that I'll even get to the level that we're at now, and it's been great, man. Truly appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna have a couple of roundtables. We're gonna have a couple of interviews. We're gonna be going to a couple of the Metal Fests. I got a show coming up next Saturday, and I'll be covering that. Next year, we got a couple of other shows coming up and other guests lined up. We're giving out contests coming up, like with some free giveaways to some lucky winners. Tone's gonna have a haul video. I know that we got a couple of surprises, and Halloween is around the corner, so you might never know who might make a special guest appearance.
And I just want to add, maybe them sketchy boys might wind up at Steel Fest.
Oh shit! They're gonna let you back into the country, the sketchy boys. These guys. Oh shit! Out at the Still Fest. It just went from bad to worse.
Yo,
That's awesome,
and,
Tone.
And let me just say something super quick before we jump off, Necron. A
Mhm.
couple of our people that probably, I told them to kind of tune in tonight. Please subscribe to the Witching Hour. Necron is a hardcore supporter of the scene. He always plays great underground black metal music. He's in a great band called Pius Levis. There's many things to check out, and if you could support, these T-shirts are at a reasonable price. I mean, I got the old school shirt here. With
You got the
old
one-time
logo.
pressing of the original logo. Those ain't coming
Yeah.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I said just one time. One time. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's a great show. A lot of great guests. And overall, a cool dude, man. So we're really
Thanks,
happy
man.
to be on. Thank you for having us on the show.
Yeah, I mean, I like your guys' fucking channel rules. You're fucking cool people, so yeah. Oh, and Francisco saying 4 of those 5 sketchy boys will be on Houston on January 17th at Unfest 2.
That's right.
Maybe if you're coming to Texas, you might find some new recruits for sketchy boys, because there's some sketchy Texans. Yeah.
Always looking for new
What's
members, man.
Yeah, expanding the ranks. Yeah, so again, this is That Goat Metal Show on YouTube. Go subscribe over there if you haven't. Fun stuff, good stuff. Good variety. I mean, you show, Rich and Tone all over the country shooting stuff, putting it up on the channel with different fests, different shows. Real cool fucking shit, man. And if someone was someone smarter than me, they would make a T-shirt of them sketchy boys. I would wear it on the damn show if there was one out there. Just saying,
Throw it out there. My
throwing
girl,
it out there.
Megan is going to be working on one.
Oh, one step ahead over here. Look at that. That's awesome, dude. Cool.
Yep.
I'm on it. All right, guys. Thanks again for coming by, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Necron, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much, brother.
No problem.
Support the underground metal, baby.
There you go. All right. We'll talk to you all next time. Thanks. Out.
What is light without